accurate with Rick Shutt. You're watching WSBT 22 News at 11.
It's a story that rocked our community, the wiretapping case at the South Bend Police Department. Now, 8 conversations recorded from police phone lines are at the heart of all of this. Tonight, we've learned a criminal complaint has been filed against the police department by one of the officers involved. WSBT-22's Suzanne Spencer is reviewing court documents tonight. And Suzanne, the complaint was filed by Metro Homicide Commander Tim Corbett.
The complaint is regarding phone conversations in, quote, other matters. Corbett claims the department committed a crime when it recorded those phone conversations in violation of the Federal Wiretap Act. But because both Corbett and the police department work closely with the St. Joseph County prosecutor, Ken Cotter asked that a special prosecutor take over the case and determine if criminal charges should be filed.
In January, a federal judge said all but one of the phone conversations taped by the South Bend Police Department were recorded illegally. Now, a special prosecutor from Vanderburgh County will decide if criminal charges should be filed against anyone for making those recordings.
Well, certainly, potentially they could. I don't have much of an understanding of this case, but so far, because I really haven't done anything on it at this point. But yeah, they wouldn't have appointed a prosecutor if there weren't at least a potential of that.
Indiana State Police wrapped up their investigation into Corbett's complaint in March. St. Joseph County prosecutor Ken Cotter got the case, and court documents indicate why he asked for that special prosecutor. There is a clear relationship between Tim Corbett, an employee of the St. Joseph County prosecutor's office, and this office, as well as a clear relationship between Daryl Boykins, as former chief and current captain of the South Bend Police Department, and this office. In the request, Cotter says he wanted to avoid any appearance of impropriety. Special Prosecutor Stanley Levko will not be looking into the case alone. Levko appointed a Lake County prosecutor to help him with the case.
Thought about it for a while, and one thing I wanted to make sure is I'd be able to have somebody to assist me in it. I do. So once I did that, once I found that out, I decided to do it.
It doesn't appear this case will be over anytime soon. The special prosecutor told me it could be weeks or even months before he reaches a decision on whether to file any criminal charges in this case.
Now, Suzanne, we want to be clear here. The court documents that you've been looking at are only the papers that Prosecutor Ken Cotter filed requesting that special prosecutor.
That's right. The actual complaint that Corbett filed was not a part of that paperwork, and that's pretty normal in a case like this. So all we know from Cotter's paperwork is that the complaint was directed toward the police department. But a source close to the investigation has confirmed for WSBT 22 tonight that the target of the criminal complaint is former Chief Daryl Boykins. Rick.
All right, Suzanne Spencer reporting from the newsroom tonight. Suzanne, thank you. Well, here's a timeline of the major points in the wiretapping case. In February 2011, Police Communications Director Karen DePape discovers the wrong phone lines were being tapped. Now, in March 2012, Mayor Pete Buttigieg announced Chief Daryl Boykins had resigned at the mayor's request in the light of a federal investigation into the tapes. That September, high-ranking officers sued the city, Boykins, and DePape, alleging DePape and Boykins illegally recorded and listened to their calls. In December of 2013, the city announced a settlement in the lawsuit at a cost of $575,000. Last August, a federal trial began to determine whether the phone tapping violated federal law. And in January, the judge ruled only one of the 8 recorded phone conversations did not violate the Federal Wiretap Act. The city has not released that tape. And so far, taxpayers have paid more than $1 million to cover attorney fees and settle lawsuits in the case.